Hi, my name is Joseph Breen. I'm a section chief and program official in the National Institutes of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. I'm responsible for the extramural NIAID efforts on MECFS and serve as NIAID's representative on the NIH MECFS working group, led by Drs. Walter Koroshetz and Vicki Whittemore at NINDS. You'll hear more from Vicki in just a minute. I want to tell you a little bit about the history of the MECFS network at NIH. The NIH network, the Collaborative Research Centers network, came from a substantial reinvigoration of the NIH efforts towards MECFS in 2015 by Dr. Francis Collins, when he asked Dr. Koroshetz to lead a newly reconstituted NIH work group for MECFS. After hearing input from external and internal stakeholders, it was decided to stand up a new collaborative research network to really synergize research efforts. And that will be the next step for NIH and its mission to combat MECFS. This ultimately led to the formation of the Collaborative Research Centers and the Data Management Coordinating Centers. There are 3 collaborative research centers based at Columbia University, Cornell University, Jackson Labs, and the Data Management and Coordinating Center, which is based with our RTI. And we have a 4th center that we collaborate with very closely in a formal collaborative network with a Canadian network based at the University of Montreal, which is truly a Canadian partner in this effort. The Collaborative Research Centers, or CRCs, and the Data Management and Coordinating Center, DMCC, collaborate with partners and advocacy organizations, namely ME Action and Solve ME. And there's a 15-member community advisory committee, which is organized with support from the DMCC and the Columbian Center with significant input from all the CRCs. I'm now going to turn this over to Vicki. Vicki?
Hi, I'm Vicki Whittemore, and I'm a program director at the National Institutes of Neurological Disorders and Stroke. And as Joe said, I work very closely with him and Dr. Koroshetz to oversee and coordinate the activities of the Trans NIH MECFS working group. So the goal of this webinar series that we're putting in place is to provide updates about the research that's been ongoing in the MECFS Collaborative Research Centers over the course of the last 4 years. They're now in their 5th and final year of funding, as well as the activities and support services that have been provided and the tools that have been developed in the Data Management Coordinating Center, and as well a session from our partners in Canada who are part of the I Can See ME network. So the format of the series will be that if for each of the webinars, the investigators will provide a 30-minute recorded presentation, will then be followed by a 30-minute Q&A session that will be recorded. And the Q&A session will be conducted with the investigators from each of the centers and the DMCC. And the questions coming from individuals with MECFS who are part of the Community Advisory Committee that is overseen, again, as Joe said, by Columbia and supported by the network. So the individuals you will be hearing from will be first from Linda Brown and Matthew Hsu and their collaborators at RTI from the Data Management Coordinating Center. And subsequently, there will be webinars that will be presented about on a monthly basis from each of the other centers. So that will include Ian Lipkin and his collaborators from the center at Columbia, Maureen Hansen, Andrew Grimson, and Dacoma Shungu and their collaborators from Cornell University, Durya Unit-Matz from the Collaborative Center at Jackson Laboratories in Connecticut, and then finally from Elaine Moreau representing the I Can See ME network. So as I said, we plan to release these webinars about on a monthly basis starting in early 2022. So look for announcements for those. And we hope that you enjoy the series and that they provide an update on the research progress that's been made. We asked the investigators to address what do you know now about MECFS that you didn't know when you started these center funding 4 years ago. So we hope that it's an enjoyable and informative webinar series, and thank you for listening.